My dearly loved child, I see you. I see the hardships you face, the weight you carry each day, and the battles you fight in silence that only you know about. Life may be difficult, and the road you tread may at times seem overwhelming, as if you are all by yourself. However, keep in mind that even at the most difficult times of your life, I am right there with you, closer than your own breath. I am aware that you are wondering, why? Why are you facing these difficulties? Why are you experiencing this pain? The challenges that you experience in life are not punishments. Rather, they are a part of the journey that is intended to shape you, to mold you into the person that you are supposed to become. Every hurdle, every grief, and every fear, you do not confront them without a reason. I would want for you to see the difficulties that you are confronted with not as impediments, but as opportunities. Although they may be tough, each struggle contains a lesson and an opportunity for progress. These are the times in which you find the strength that resides within you, a strength that you were not even aware you had. My child, I am the one who bestows upon you this power. Even in the midst of darkness, there is light, and even in the midst of sadness, there is hope. I only put before you what I am certain you are able to conquer, and when it seems like too much, know that I am carrying you, keeping you close, and I will never let you fall alone. Trust in me, even when you are unable to see the road ahead. Lean on me when things are difficult. If you call out to me, I will listen to you. Have faith that these obstacles will eventually pass, and that they will leave you more powerful, more wise, and with a heart that is full of compassion. I am with you in every step, every tear, and every joy. Have faith, for the difficulties you are experiencing now are molding the joys that you will experience tomorrow. You are never alone. Remember, my dear, that I am with you. Keep going. I am here, and I love you an infinite amount. My dear, life may sometimes seem like a long, twisting road with invisible curves, high hills, and valleys that seem to stretch on forever. I am the one who laid out the route, and I walk each step with you. Imagine a seed that is planted deep in the dirt. You may gaze ahead and see nothing but fog, wondering where this path will go, why certain barriers are there, and why you sometimes feel lost. However, remember that I am the one who set out the road. It starts in the darkness, by itself, straining to break through the earth and reaching upward toward the light. Although it is unable to see the sun, it has faith that it is there, just beyond its grasp. You too may find yourself in dark regions, uncertain of what is ahead. There are times, I know, when life feels heavy, as if you are carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. However, just like that seed, you are growing, strengthening, and getting ready to bloom in ways that you cannot yet imagine. Keep in mind that even the most formidable mountains are eroded over time by storms, and yet they stand tall and strong. It is the same with you. Each difficulty, each test, each tear, and every burden is like the wind and rain, shaping you, smoothing the rough edges, and revealing the core of who you truly are. Please have faith in this process, my child, because it is during these times that your spirit develops, your compassion grows deeper, and your courage takes root. Consider an artist who is working on a masterpiece. Although each cut and each strike of the chisel may be painful, it is only through this process that beauty emerges. Your life is a masterpiece, and each obstacle is a stroke of the chisel that is molding you into something that is beautiful and unique. When the hammer falls, have faith that I am the artist, and be certain that the suffering you experience is not in vain. It is a part of a magnificent design. There are moments when you may feel that I am quiet, and that your prayers are not answered. However, keep in mind that when a teacher is silent, it is because the exam is now being administered. I am with you, quietly watching, believing in your strength, holding your hand through every challenge. Know that my silence does not mean absence. I am there, guiding you, giving you the room to grow, to learn, to discover the strength I have placed within you. There will come a day when you will look back on these hardships and see them as stepping stones, each one carrying you closer to who you were meant to become. You are not defined by your hardships. Rather, you are defined by how you rise above them and how you allow them to mold you without breaking you. And keep in mind that just as night turns into day, so too will your difficulties pass. This trip is not supposed to be easy, but it is designed to be important. I am here for you, loving you, cheering you on, and leading you toward a future that is full of hope, purpose, and unlimited possibilities. Hold on to hope, my dear, and embrace the journey. I am here for you through every twist and turn, through every storm, and every bright day. I want you to have faith in my love, because it is a love that never falters, never fades, and always believes in you. My dear child, I am aware that the journey you are experiencing is not always an easy one. Life is full of difficulties, tests, and sometimes heartache. You may wonder why these things happen, why you have to go through so much pain, and why peace seems so far away. However, keep in mind that every difficulty you face is a part of a greater plan, one that is designed to reveal your strength, test your courage, and uncover the resilience that lies within you. During this journey, you will encounter situations that will challenge you, that will cause you to question, and that will feel like it is too much. However, just as a diamond is formed under immense pressure, so too are you being shaped by what you endure. Each test is not intended to break you, but rather to build you, to show you what you are truly capable of, to reveal the beauty and strength that lies within your soul. I am with you, even if you cannot see or feel me. I am walking with you, guiding you through each step. Even in your stillness, I hear you. Know that I am with you when you feel lost and when the darkness seems oppressive. In your tears, I am there, and in your quietest times, when you believe no one is listening, I am there, waiting, soothing, and reminding you that you are never alone. The challenges that you face in life are like a storm. They are violent and intimidating. However, storms always pass, and in their wake, they leave behind clear skies and renewed life. You too will discover that after the storm, your spirit will feel stronger, your heart will be more compassionate, and your understanding of life will be deeper. When your faith falters, remember that it is in the most difficult moments that faith is most powerful. Reach out to me in prayer, talk to me, and allow me to bear your burdens, because my love is limitless, and my desire is to see you flourish rather than just survive. Have faith that each challenge is a step toward the person you are meant to become, toward a destiny that is filled with purpose, joy, and fulfillment. Do not allow the difficulties to discourage you, my child. Embrace the journey, even the difficult parts, and know that each chapter brings you closer to my vision for your life, a life filled with love, peace, and purpose. Also, keep in mind that I have walked with many people before you, and I will walk with many more after you. I have provided you with the tools to overcome every challenge and to rise above every difficulty. Let my love be the light that leads you through your darkest nights, and the tranquility that fills your heart even in times of struggle. You are loved, profoundly and eternally, and I will never leave your side. I am the unchanging strength, the firm hand, and the everlasting hope. I am the unchanging strength throughout all eras. I see the problems you encounter, the quiet fights you fight, and the fortitude it takes simply to keep going. You may question why life offers so many obstacles. Yours truly, my dear child, I see all of these things. This may cause you to wonder why the route is so challenging. Nevertheless, it is important to keep in mind that the trip through life is similar to a tapestry, which is a masterpiece that can only be seen in its entirety from a distance. At this moment, you may only see the threads of difficulty, but one day, the whole image will become evident, and you will understand how each thread fits perfectly, Know this, my child. Each step, each obstacle is a part of a plan that is far bigger than you can perceive. Life is not a straight line. It is filled with valleys and peaks, twisting roads, and unexpected twists. However, you should bear in mind that this is the case. In the same way that a river must flow over rocks and stones in order to become smooth, your spirit also grows stronger and more compassionate as a result of the challenges it encounters. I am aware that there are times when you feel as though you are waiting for answers, for relief, for a breakthrough. It is important to realize that waiting is not a punishment. It's a matter of preparation. Just as the seasons change at their own pace, so does each new chapter of your life develop when it is ready, when you are ready. And in the same way that winter prepares the earth for new life, these times of difficulty prepare your soul for greater blessings. If you look closely, you may find that some of your greatest gifts, your deepest insights, and your truest friendships are born from the most difficult times. Just as a diamond is created under pressure, so too are you discovering the brilliance and resilience that are already within you. It is possible that you are wondering, why me? Why this? Because each obstacle, despite its difficulty, is purifying you, just as gold is cleansed in the fire. You too are developing, becoming more robust with each gust and each storm. The power that I have put within you is greater than any obstacle that you encounter, even if you are unable to perceive it yet. This is something that you should take into consideration. Even the tallest trees become stronger when the wind tries their roots. Always keep in mind that I am here, beside you, feeling each hurt with you and sharing in your burdens. My love is not distant or detached. It is with you in every tear, every breath, and every heartbeat. You are my beloved, and I have promised that I will never leave you, especially in the times that you are experiencing the most difficulty. I am guiding you, holding you, and lifting you. But even though the journey may be difficult, keep in mind that it is leading you somewhere beautiful, somewhere that only you can go, with gifts that only you can share. When life feels overwhelming, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and know that you are being held by a love that is eternal and unchanging. Therefore, remind yourself to be patient and compassionate with yourself. Each and every moment of difficulties is preparing you for something more significant and valuable. Hold on to hope, my child, for you are more powerful than you think, more loved than you realize, and led by my hand at all times. Trust the timing, trust the journey, and know that I am with you every step, every misstep, and every triumph. As you continue to go forward, you are getting closer and closer to the light that you are looking for, which is just beyond the horizon. My child, I am aware that there are times when you feel exhausted. I want you to take a minute to stop, to breathe, and to remind yourself that you are not traveling alone on this path. Every step, every obstacle, and every triumph, you walk it with me by your side. There are days when the weight of the world bears down on you, and the road ahead appears to be cloaked in mystery. Life is a sequence of seasons, each of which has a distinct purpose. Just as the weather in nature goes from warm to cold and back again, so too does your life have periods of happiness as well as times of difficulty. The winter of your life may seem to be drawn out and gloomy, but it is not without a reason. There is a refining that occurs in difficult times. Just as a sculptor must chip away at a block of marble in order to reveal the beauty that lies within, so too do the challenges that you face shape you, assisting you in discovering your truest self, your deepest strength, and your purpose. This is because during these moments, you are being prepared, strengthened, and equipped for something that is greater than you can imagine. Remember that I am the sculptor, and my hands are soft, attentive, and full of love. This process may seem unpleasant. It may even feel painful. However, take into consideration that I am the sculptor. You may wonder, Why must I go through this? I want you, my darling, to think about the caterpillar. Before emerging altered, it goes into a cocoon where it is concealed and imprisoned. Why must the route be so difficult? You are being prepared to fly, to find wings you never knew you had. When you are tempted to doubt, know that my love for you is unchanging. This time of hardship and struggle is your cocoon. You are being readied to soar. Even at times when you are unable to feel me, I am holding you close, guiding you, and whispering quietly to your heart. Have faith that there is a reason in the suffering that you are experiencing, and that you are being guided to a better place. I see every tear. I know every concern, and I am aware of every hidden fear. Embrace each moment as an invitation to grow, to rise, to trust in ways you never have before. Life's storms may bend you, but they will not break you. And as you lean into me, as you draw closer, you will find that your spirit becomes stronger, that your hope becomes resilient, and that your heart finds peace in the knowledge that you are never alone. I am already there, preparing the way, lighting your path, and filling your heart with the courage to face everything that comes your way. Do not be afraid of what lies ahead, for I am already there. Hold on to faith, my beloved, and allow it to carry you through. Know that each difficulty is not a setback, but rather a stepping stone that leads you toward a life filled with purpose, love, and joy. These tests will eventually pass, and when they do, you will see how each one has molded you, guided you, and brought you closer to the life that I have lovingly prepared for you. Always keep in mind that I am with you, loving you without end, and watching over you with a heart that is filled with pride for the beautiful soul that you are becoming. Have faith in this journey, because you are never alone. My darling, I see you. I see the difficulties you encounter on a daily basis, the loads you bear that no one else has the ability to understand. Every cry, every inquiry, and every breath. You are traveling this road with me by your side, and I am guiding you in ways that you cannot yet see. I know that life may often seem heavy, complicated, and overwhelming. However, it is important to remember that even in the most difficult moments, you are never alone. You may be wondering, why must life be this way? Why are there so many trials? Realize that each adversity, despite the fact that it is challenging, has a reason, a purpose that is more significant than what you can see from where you are right now. As a gardener, tending to each plant, I am nurturing you, shaping you, and assisting you in growing. Sometimes growth requires struggle. It requires strength and resilience that can only be gained through facing the storms that life throws at you. Have faith that these challenges are not there to break you, but rather to reveal the strength, compassion, and wisdom that I have placed within you. You might think of your life as being similar to a river that is cutting its way through rock. The river does not form its route easy, nor does it do so without encountering opposition. Yet, over the course of time, it produces valleys of beauty and depths of richness. It may feel at times like you are moving through rock, encountering resistance, but know that with each step, you are being shaped into something remarkable, something with purpose and power. When you face these moments of struggle, know that you are being prepared. Each obstacle is a part of the journey, making you stronger, preparing you for the blessings that lie ahead. In the same way that an athlete trains to become stronger, faster, and more resilient, you are also preparing for the purpose that I have set for you. These challenges are not accidental. They are stepping stones to the person that you are supposed to become. I am aware that patience may be difficult to maintain. In times of waiting, in times of quiet, you may get the impression that your prayers are not being heard, as if I am not close by. However, my child, it is important to keep in mind that just as it takes time for a seed to grow, it also takes time for the answers that you are looking for to come to you. Waiting is not a punishment. Rather, it is a period of preparation. The soil of your heart is being tilled. Your roots are becoming deeper. Your spirit is stronger. and you are being prepared for the blessings that I have in store for you. When you feel weak, rely on me. When you feel lost, turn to me. I am there for you. My love for you is steadfast and unchanging, and even in the darkest moments, I am there, holding you, guiding you, and reminding you that you are stronger than you know. Remember, a pearl is formed through irritation, and diamonds are created under pressure. Your journey, too, is polishing you, making you into something precious and radiant. In times when you feel that the difficulties of life are too much for you to bear, take a minute to stop and remember who is walking by you. My love for you is bigger than you can ever comprehend, and I am here to shoulder the load with you. You do not have to face these burdens by yourself. Look for the tiny signs, the quiet reminders. A dawn breaking through the clouds, a friend's kind words, and the strength you find to keep going are all whispers of my love for you. I pay attention to every prayer, every sigh, and every query, and I am responding to each and every one of them, even if you are unable to see it yet. Know that each chapter of struggle will lead to a chapter of serenity, and that each storm will give way to quiet. I am here with you in the tiny moments as well as the large ones, reminding you that you are valued, held, and that you are never alone. As you travel down this path, know that each crisis will eventually give way to a calm. And when you look back, you will see how far you have come, how much you have grown, and how beautifully you have been shaped by the journey. You will see that what felt like struggles were actually the steps that carried you toward a greater purpose, a deeper love, and a stronger faith. Life, my beloved, is not without pain, but it is also not without beauty. I am the one who has woven each moment, each difficulty, and each blessing into the fabric of your life. Have faith in this, have faith in my love, and know that you are being held and led through it all. I am the one who has created the valleys and the mountaintops, the storm and the sunlight. Please, my dear, let go of your fears and your uncertainties. Have faith in my timing, have faith in my presence, and have faith in the love that I pour into you each and every day. There is no trial, no hardship, and no season of trouble that can separate you from me. Continue to walk, my child, and continue to have faith in me. I am with you, closer than you realize, loving you without end, and directing you toward a future that is full of purpose and promise. Carry on with your development. There is a glimmer of hope on the horizon, and we will arrive at it together. You may be wondering, why must I face these struggles? I am aware that life may sometimes seem like an uphill climb. There are days when the way feels steep, when the road appears unending, and when you question whether you have the stamina to keep going. I know that this is something that you are experiencing. But know this, every difficulty you encounter is a part of a tale, a story that has been meticulously woven with love, significance, and purpose. You see, life is a journey of becoming. This is the reason why the trip might seem so tough at times. This journey is not about what you accomplish. It is about who you become. Each obstacle is an invitation to develop, to deepen, and to become the person I know you are capable of becoming. Just as a butterfly must go through stages in order to reach its true form, you must go through different seasons in order to discover the fullness of who you are. Imagine, my child, that you are like a diamond that is being made. It requires pressure, it takes time, and it requires patience. The weight that you feel is not intended to crush you. Rather, it is there to expose the brightness and power that is inside you. There will be moments when you feel lost, when you don't see the route that lies ahead of you. When life seems difficult, remember that you are being refined, polished, and prepared. Every obstacle that you experience is molding you, shaping you into a mirror of love, bravery, and perseverance. Remember, my dear, that I am the light that guides you, even when you are unable to see the path clearly. I am aware that it is difficult to believe something that you cannot see, but have faith that I am with you in every stride, every pulse, and every tear. Taking into consideration the night sky, when the stars shine brightest against the blackness, you are never really alone. And so it is with you. Your genuine light shines not in spite of the difficulties, but because of them. It is in these times of hardship that you are finding your strength, your purpose, and your faith via the trials that you are facing. Each season has its own cause, and the times when you feel down are the moments when your roots are growing deeper, preparing you for the heights that lie ahead. You are becoming someone who can carry light even through the darkest of nights. You may not see it now, but each season has its own meaning. You are creating resilience in the same way that trees are able to remain upright in the face of rain, storms, and the changing of the seasons. Each challenge you face contributes to your strength, your knowledge, and the depth of your soul. When you feel like giving up, remind yourself that you have already triumphed over a great deal. Every difficulty you have encountered has led you to this point in time. You are more powerful than you are aware of, more competent than you are aware of, and more loved than you can ever think. You are not defined by the difficulties you encounter, but rather by the bravery with which you emerge from them. Additionally, keep in mind, my dearly beloved, that there is a purpose even in the waiting. Just as a flower blossoms in its own time, so too shall you. I am aware that patience may be difficult to maintain. You should have faith in the timing, because I am never late, and my plans for you are greater than anything you could ever imagine. When life feels overwhelming, know that I am here, always listening and always holding you. The waiting is a part of the journey, and it is preparing your heart, building your faith, and giving you the wisdom to handle the blessings that are coming. When you are feeling weak, allow me to be your strength. And when you are feeling lost, allow me to be your consolation. You do not have to bear these burdens alone. I am here with you, ready to share the weight, to lighten your load, and to fill your heart with serenity. Be on the lookout for the smallest indications of hope, the moments of joy, and the beauty that surrounds you. These are reminders that you are surrounded by love, that you are cared for, and that you are treasured. Even in the most difficult of circumstances, there is beauty to be discovered. Please let these fleeting moments to serve as a reminder of my presence, of my love, and of the promise that you will never be alone. Therefore, my child, continue to go forward, continue to trust, and continue to believe. You are on a journey, and while the path may be challenging, it is taking you to a beautiful destination. Every tear, every challenge, and every moment of uncertainty is a part of the tale that is bringing you closer to a life that is full with purpose, joy, and serenity. Always keep in mind that I am with you. I am guiding you, loving you, and assisting you in becoming the person you are intended to be. I am with you in every step, in every breath, and in every moment of stillness. Together, we will confront every obstacle, rise from every difficulty, and embrace every season of life with hope and bravery. I am here now and forever, holding you, loving you, guiding you, and preparing you for a future that is better than you can imagine. Hold on to hope, my child. Trust in this path, your darling, for you are not traveling it alone. I am here. My beloved, I see you. The light is just ahead as you approach. I am aware of every single minute of your existence, every single thought that you carry, every single burden that you bear, and every single moment of uncertainty that you experience in your heart. The trip that is life is often one that is unpredictable. It is full of both happy times and challenges that seem to go on forever. At times, the route that lies ahead may seem to be ambiguous or difficult, and when this occurs, you may find yourself wondering, why is this the path that I must take? Why am I forced to go through these pains? My darling, it is only normal for such questions to arise, because the road you are on is one of development, and progress often necessitates that you confront problems, it is quite okay to ask them questions, to feel confused or hesitant, and to ask them questions. The purpose of these challenging experiences is not to do you damage. Rather, they are designed to mold you into the person you are becoming and to assist you in recognizing the power that has always been there inside you. The purpose of each and every phase of your life is clear. Similar to how the environment undergoes changes throughout the year, including spring, summer, fall, and winter, your life too goes through several phases. During times of development, wealth, and pleasure, when the light shines brilliantly upon you and everything appears to be in its place, there are certain moments that occur. However, there are also times of peace and quiet, times of relaxation, and times of difficulty. In addition, there are times of the year that have the appearance of a severe winter, when it appears as if everything has come to a complete standstill. However, during these times of relative calm, when it may seem that the world around you is slowing down, I want you to be aware that there is development taking on under the surface. In the same way that a seed that has been planted deep in the earth is unable to see the sun, but is aware of the need to expand its roots in order to find it, you are developing in ways that are not visible to the naked eye. When you are going through the most difficult situations, you are still being molded, nourished, and prepared for what is ahead. I can see how difficult it might be to take a step back and look at the wider picture when you are deeply involved in a battle. When some things are occurring, it is difficult to comprehend why they are occurring or what possible function they may possibly serve. On the other hand, my darling, everything that occurs in your life is a part of a larger plan. Each and every setback, each and every challenging circumstance is neither arbitrary or pointless. The tale of your development, change, and resiliency includes this as a component of your narrative. The purpose of these obstacles is not to break you. Rather, they are designed to highlight the power that is within you, to demonstrate how profoundly you are capable of loving, of enduring, and of developing. Trust me when I say that I am with you in every step, guiding you, loving you, and preparing you for the gifts that are just around the corner. You may not always understand why things unfold the way they do, but I am here with you every step of the way. Imagine a tree that is well established and tall, and it is standing in the center of a storm. Despite the howling of the wind and the swaying of its limbs, the tree continues to establish itself firmly in the ground underneath it. The storm may put the tree's strength to the test, but it also helps the tree become more resilient. Because of this, the roots are compelled to dig deeper into the earth, which helps them grow more tough and more sturdy. Storms are analogous to the difficulties that one encounters in life. In spite of the fact that they may put you to the test and provide you with challenges, they also serve to strengthen you, to strengthen your roots, and to assist you in growing in ways that you never thought were possible. In spite of the fact that you may be experiencing the winds of uncertainty and the rain of doubt, you should be aware that every storm you encounter is assisting you in becoming the person you were always intended to be. I would want you to keep in mind, my dearly beloved, that I am here with you at every single stage of your journey. Even when you are experiencing feelings of disorientation, when the path that lies ahead seems to be ambiguous, and when you are wondering where I am there by your side, closer than your own breath away. My love for you is unchanging, unflinching, and unreserved in its commitment. It is not contingent on the conditions that you are subjected to, nor does it waver when confronted with challenges. I am always with you, whether you are experiencing the most joyous or the most sorrowful times of your life, whether you are asking questions or just enjoying the calm moments of your life. There is never a time when I am not close to you, regardless of how far away you may feel from me. You are always remembered in my heart, and my love will always be your compass. Always keep in mind, my kid, that you are not the only one going through difficult circumstances. You have never been by yourself, and you will never be like that again. When you feel as if you are unable to take another step, when the weight of the world seems like it is too much for you to bear, bring your attention to me, and I will carry you. There is no need for you to carry these responsibilities by yourself. We are going to confront any challenges you throw our way together. And as time goes on, you will arrive to the realization that these difficulties, albeit being difficult, were not in vain. The exact thing that helped you develop, that let you find new aspects of yourself and your place in this world, was the precise thing that you were able to grow from. Believe in the process, my dearly beloved, and be aware that with each step you take, you are becoming into a more complete version of the person I envisioned you to be. There may be moments when the path that lies ahead seems puzzling, but I assure you that I will lead you through each step of the way. You are more powerful than you give yourself credit for. You are more courageous than you give yourself credit for. And know that you are loved sincerely, both now and forever. My dearly beloved, as you make your way through life, you will face a multitude of challenges. Some of these challenges may seem like mountains, towering over you and appearing to be impossible to conquer. I want you to realize something important about these difficulties. These times are not punishments. They are not indicators of your failure or weakness. They will look to you like valleys, deep and dark, leaving you unclear of the path ahead. However, there is something I want you to understand about these trials. Rather, they are the same instruments that I use to assist you in developing and becoming the person that you were always intended to be. Consider the example of a goldsmith, my child. When a goldsmith gets a piece of raw gold, it is not even close to being flawless. Despite the fact that it is rough, uneven, and full of impurities, the goldsmith does not throw it away. Instead, he melts it down and exposes it to a large deal of heat, which causes the impurities to be burned away, leaving behind only the purest form of gold. In the same way, I permit you to go through trials, not because I intend to cause you harm, but because they purify you. They wipe out the impurities in your spirit, the uncertainties, the fears, and the weaknesses that prevent you from reaching your full potential. The trials that you go through are not a reflection of your worth or your ability. Each difficulty is a lesson, and each adversity is an opportunity for you to grow in ways that will serve you well in the future. They are the fire that shapes you, the wind that strengthens you, and the rain that nourishes your soul. Rather, they are opportunities for you to develop resilience, to learn patience, and to discover strength that you were no longer aware you possessed. I am aware that there are moments when the anguish seems insurmountable, when it seems that there is no way out, and when there appears to be no end to your suffering. However, I assure you, my darling, that this too will pass. The rain may be falling fiercely right now, but it will ultimately cease. You will look back on this time and realize how it changed you, how it made you stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. You will see that, just as the ground becomes more fruitful after a storm, you too have grown more robust through your tribulations. The storm will eventually lessen, and some of the clouds will separate between you. And while you are going through this process, keep in mind that you are never alone. I am with you every step of the journey, providing you with solace, strength, and direction. When you are feeling weak, I will be your strength. When you are feeling lost, I will show you the path. When you are feeling fearful, I will be the light that leads you through the darkness. The challenges that you face in life are not meant to defeat you, but rather to prepare you for the success that lies ahead. You are being prepared for the blessings that are yet to come, and you are being prepared to step into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. Just as a tree cannot grow tall without facing the winds, and just as a butterfly cannot emerge from its cocoon without struggle, you, too, must face your challenges in order to reach your full potential. Each and every trial that you face is a step toward your personal transformation. As you reflect on this period of time, you will realize that it was not the storm that defined you, but rather the way in which you dealt with it. You will realize that the true gifts that emerged from this trial were your bravery, your faith, and your resilience. These gifts will serve you in the future, assisting you to navigate the next challenge with grace and strength. My child, you will have challenges in the future, but you will also have the capacity to triumph over them. You are more powerful than you realize. Additionally, bear in mind that the challenges you face are not just for your own personal development. The lessons you learn through adversity will become a source of inspiration for others. When someone you care about is going through their own struggles, you will be able to offer them comfort and wisdom drawn from your own experiences. They are a part of a larger purpose, a part of a divine plan that extends far beyond your existence as an individual. My dearly beloved, I want you to see your problems in a new light. The next time you are confronted with a trial, do not see it as a punishment or a sign of your failure. Your strength, which was forged in the flames of hardship, will become a beacon of light for those who are traveling through similar storms. You should look at it as an opportunity and chance to develop, to learn, and to become the person I made you to be. Have faith in this process and be aware that every difficulty you encounter is a step toward accomplishing your divine destiny. Your tribulations are not in vain. You are being molded, refined, and made ready for a life that is rich in meaning and purpose. Therefore, when the winds blow strongly and the rain falls heavily, keep in mind that this is not the conclusion of your story. Rather, it is merely the beginning of a new chapter that will reveal the beauty, strength, and resilience that lie within you. Trust in this process, my child, and know that you are loved, that you are cared for, and that you are never alone. The road of life, my dear, is not one that is traveled alone. I see the moments of pleasure and the moments of anguish, the times when you stand tall and the times when you fall to your knees. I see all of these things, but through it all I am with you. I am the whisper in the wind, the warmth and the brightness of the sun, the strength in your heart when you feel tired. My love for you is constant, unchanging, and unconditional. It is not constrained by the circumstances, nor by the passage of time or the distance between us. My love is the thread that binds you together, even when life seems to be falling apart. You may be going through difficulties today, my child. You may wonder why you are being asked to go down this route, why these challenges have fallen upon you. I know that there are times when the road seems to be too steep to climb, and when the weight of the world feels like it is too much to carry. You are not alone in your battles. You may not be able to see it right now, but every difficulty is a chance for you to grow, to learn, and to become more than you were before. Think of something like a tree in the forest. In fact, it is frequently via the most difficult journeys that you come to realize the depth of your own power. Despite the fact that it is subjected to storms, fierce winds, and extreme cold throughout the year, it continues to maintain its steady position. It is embedded deeply in the soil. It is able to bend with the wind, but it does not break. Its branches may wobble, but they do not fall. The tree becomes more robust with each passing season. Its roots get more deep, its branches extend longer, and its leaves become more vivid. In the same way, the problems that you face in life may cause you to become more flexible, but they will not cause you to become broken. You are like the tree, becoming stronger with each passing season. Even in the darkest times, even when you cannot see the light shining through, have faith that you are growing. They will stretch you, strengthen you, and prepare you for the beauty that lies ahead. There will be times when you feel overwhelmed, when the weight of your burden seems to be too much to bear. On those days, know that I am carrying you while you are going through this journey. Trust that there is a purpose in this journey, and that every step, every struggle, and every moment of doubt is leading you toward a deeper understanding of who you are meant to be. You do not have to face this challenge by yourself. I am here, holding you close and raising you up when you are unable to stand. My love for you is a continuous presence, a guiding force that will never abandon you, even in the most difficult of times. When you are exhausted, I will provide you with rest. When you are lost, I will lead you. And when you feel as if you are unable to go, I will provide you with the strength to carry on. Each moment of struggle is a stepping stone on the route to becoming the person you are intended to be. I want you to realize, my darling, that the challenges you are going through are not there to damage you, but rather to mold you. They are a part of the journey, a part of the tale that is unfolding. You are being molded, sculpted, and changed via the very situations that seem to be the most difficult. Have faith in this process. Have faith that every struggle is a chance for progress. It is important to keep in mind that you are not alone when you are confronted with the next difficulty. You are dearly loved, you are treasured, and you are never out of my sight. I am with you, now and always, guiding you through the challenging times, picking you up when you fall, and walking by you every step of the way. Life is a journey of discovery, my beloved, and at times that journey may take you into places you cannot see, paths that are not clear, and circumstances that seem beyond your control. It is in these moments of uncertainty, when you cannot see the way forward, that your faith is tested. It is in these moments that you may begin to question, to doubt, and to wonder, why is this happening to me? Questions such as, why do I feel like I'm so lost? And where is God in all of this? My child, I understand. These inquiries are normal and even vital, since they demonstrate a great thirst for knowledge, a want to know why you are experiencing these obstacles. However, I want you to know that even in these times of uncertainty, even when the road is unclear, I am with you. You may not be able to see the path, but I see it. You may not be able to grasp the plan, but I know it, and I have a purpose for your life that is much bigger than anything you can fathom. I am asking you, in this time of uncertainty, to put your confidence in me. Trust in the unseen, my child, for it is in the unseen that your faith develops. Trust that I am working, even when you feel as if nothing is changing. Trust that I am leading you, even when you cannot see my hand. Trust that I am working. Faith is not the absence of doubt. Rather, it is the fortitude to persist in the face of uncertainty. Faith is not the conviction that you can see everything clearly. Rather, it is the faith that even when things are confused, I am still with you. I have always been with you. My presence is not restricted to the things that you can see, the answers that you can comprehend, or the plans that you can anticipate. My presence is much more than what you comprehend, and it is in the mystery of the unseen that I work most powerfully in your life. Keep in mind, my beloved, that the world that you see with your eyes is not the only reality. There are layers to this world, depths that you are not yet able to detect, forces that are working behind the scenes, changing your existence in ways that you may never completely understand. When you walk through the world, you only see a little portion of the entire, and your eyes only see a restricted perspective of what is happening. However, I, the creator of everything, see the great plan. I watch every step you take, every choice you make, and every tear you cry, and I am putting everything together for your benefit, even when you are unable to understand how it is happening. Take a look at the stars in the night sky, my child. You glance up, and you see a few lights that are sparkling across the darkness. However, what you do not see is the immense expanse that lies beyond those stars, the incomprehensible amount of stars that exist beyond your sight. The fact that you are unable to see all of the stars does not imply that they do not exist. Just because you are unable to perceive the vastness of the cosmos does not imply that it does not exist. Similarly, just because you are unable to see the road that lies ahead of you or the reason that is behind your challenges does not mean that I am not working. The stars continue to shine, even when you are unable to see them. When life becomes uncertain and you are confronted with the unknown, it is natural for you to feel fear, to question, and to doubt. However, it is precisely in these moments of uncertainty that your faith has the opportunity to grow the most. Just as a tree becomes stronger by bending in the wind, so too does your faith grow when you trust in the things that cannot be seen. It is in the times of darkness, when you cannot see the light, that the light shines brightest in your heart. It is in the moments when you feel lost that you are being directed the most. Trust in my timing, my child. You may feel as if time is slipping away, that your dreams are fading, and that you are feeling as though you are losing your path. However, I beg you to believe in my timing because it is right. I know that waiting may be tough, particularly when everything around you appears to be going so slowly. Something that may seem to be delayed to you is not delayed in my sight. What may appear to be a request that has not been answered is really a prayer that is merely waiting for the appropriate time to be answered. I am never late, my child. You might think of me as a seed that is planted deep in the ground. You do not see it develop right away. I am always on time, and I am constantly working behind the scenes to bring about the things that are best for you. In point of fact, there may be a period of time during which you may question whether or not it will develop at all. The soil is black, and the seed is buried under the surface, remaining invisible and unrecognized. However, the seed is preparing itself in the darkness. It is growing roots, finding its strength, and getting ready to push through the earth when the time is right. It may not seem like much is happening on the surface, but in the unseen, deep below the soil, the seed is transforming. And when the time comes, it will break through the earth and blossom into something beautiful. So too, my child, is your life. In the times when you do not see anything occurring, when you believe that nothing is taking place, I am working in the depths. In the times when you feel trapped, when you are unable to see your way ahead, I am preparing you. I am giving you the strength you need, the wisdom you will soon have, and the opportunities that will come in the perfect moment. Trust that I am at work, even when you cannot see it. Trust that my plans are unfolding in ways that you may not yet understand, but in ways that will serve you and those around you. When things are going well, when the path is clear, and when the way ahead is certain, it is simple to have faith. However, true faith is built in the moments when you are unable to see the way forward, when the future appears uncertain, and when you feel as though you are walking through the dark. This is the time when your faith is being strengthened. The times of uncertainty are not indications that I have abandoned you. Rather, they are the moments when I am closest to you, when I am holding you in my arms and leading you step by step. This is the time when your faith in me becomes deeper. I have not forgotten you. I am not distant, and I have not abandoned you to walk alone. Know this, my beloved. I see you. I hear you. And I know the desires that are in your heart. I have not left you to wander alone. There is no change in my love for you, and I will continue to lead you even while you are in the dark. Have faith in the things that cannot be seen, and have faith in my plan. Trust that I am walking beside you, even when you are unable to see me. When you are tempted to give up, when the road ahead appears to be too long, and when the wait seems to be terrible, keep this in mind. I am with you, I am holding you. Trust in me, my child. I am the God of the unseen, and I am working everything out for your benefit. The route you are on, despite the fact that it may seem to be unclear at the moment, will bring you to a place where you will find peace, joy, and fulfillment. Patience, my beloved, is one of the most powerful virtues you can cultivate in your life. It is a quiet strength, a deep trust that knows that all things come at the right time. In a world that often values instant results, quick fixes, and immediate satisfaction, patience is a counterbalance. a reminder that not all things are meant to be rushed. There is power in waiting, power in trusting that what is meant for you will arrive in its own time, and power in understanding that the process itself is just as important as the outcome. In the times when you feel as though nothing is happening, when you feel as though you are stuck or uncertain, know this: your waiting is not in vain. It is not a sign that you are being ignored or that your dreams are forgotten. Patience is not only the capacity to wait, it is the manner in which you wait that changes you. I am aware, my child, that waiting may be challenging. This is a season of development, a time for you to build your character, deepen your roots, and be ready for what is to come. In spite of the fact that you could have the impression that time is running out, that your dreams are vanishing, and that each and every second that you spend waiting is a moment that you have wasted, I can tell you that this is not the case. The reality is that waiting is a period of preparation. The seed is getting ready to sprout when it is buried in the soil. The butterfly is being converted into something beautiful while it is in the cocoon, and the rain is nourishing the soil and enabling life to flourish when it falls gently on the land. All of these things are happening at the same time. Please take into consideration the example of a tree, my dearest. The great oak tree does not develop in a single day. It starts off as a little seed that is buried under the dirt, and for a period of time, there is no indication that it is growing. The tree develops gradually and quietly, and over the course of time, its branches reach higher and higher. Its roots grow deeper, which anchors it to the ground. However, in the quietness of the soil, it is pushing down roots, pulling in nutrients, and getting ready to burst through the surface. The process of waiting, the years of quiet growth, is what makes the tree strong, what enables it to stand firm in the face of storms, and what allows it to provide shelter and shade to others. The tree does not rush. It trusts in the process, knowing that it is becoming exactly what it is meant to be. You too, my child, are like that tree. It is easy to feel upset when things are not going at the pace that you expect, but it is important to keep in mind that genuine progress takes time. During the seasons of waiting, you are becoming stronger, and during the seasons of uncertainty, you are being prepared for something better. Just as the oak tree cannot speed its process of becoming, so can you. You are being fashioned by the same waiting that feels so tough. The patience you learn in these times grows your inner strength and character, preparing you ready for the difficulties and joys that lie ahead. In times of waiting, it is essential to keep in mind that patience is not a passive trait. Rather, it is an active choice, a decision to have faith in the process, to continue moving forward with hope, and to continue moving forward with faith, even when you are unable to see the way forward. Patience is not simply about enduring the waiting period. Rather, it is about making the most of the time that you have. I want you to know that waiting is not a waste of time, my child. Rather, it is a period of profound change. It is about learning, developing, and getting yourself ready for what is to come. Throughout the Bible, there are several examples of patience in waiting. One such example is the tale of Abraham, who waited for many years for the fulfillment of God's promise. God had told Abraham that he would be the father of many countries, but for a considerable amount of time, Abraham did not have any children. But even in the face of uncertainty, Abraham waited, believed, and stayed true to God's word. And in due time, when it appeared impossible, Sarah conceived and gave birth to Isaac. When they were both advanced in age, it seemed impossible for them to have a child. However, Abraham remained faithful to God's promise. Abraham's waiting was not in vain. It was during that period of waiting that his faith was tested, strengthened, and purified. The fulfillment of God's promise occurred at the appropriate moment, and it was through that waiting that Abraham became the father of many countries, as God had promised. Joseph's life was defined by treachery, suffering, and years of waiting. He was sold into slavery by his brothers, unjustly convicted and imprisoned. There is another dramatic example that may be found in the narrative of Joseph. For a considerable amount of time, it seemed as if his aspirations would never be realized. However, in the midst of his difficulties, Joseph maintained his patience and believed in God's plan for his life, even when he was unable to make sense of the conclusion. And in God's perfect timing, Joseph was elevated to a position of great power in Egypt, where he was able to save his family and many others from famine. His waiting was not wasted. It was in those years of waiting that Joseph's character was forged, and it was through those years that God prepared him for the greatness he would one day experience. You might not always understand why you are being asked to wait, my child, but have faith that God's timing is always perfect. What may appear to be a delay is frequently a time of preparation, a time of inner growth that will enable you to deal with what is to come. The power of patience does not lie in the act of waiting itself, but rather in how you wait. There are innumerable lessons that nature itself teaches us about the power of patience, and the seasons of the year are a fantastic illustration of this. It is a chance to develop in faith, to strengthen your resilience, and to believe in God's perfect plan for your life. Throughout the spring, fresh life starts to emerge, and throughout the summer, plants and trees bloom. Each season arrives at its own time, and each one serves a certain function. In the autumn, the harvest arrives, and the earth gets ready to rest. In the winter, the land rests, seeming to be desolate and motionless. However, behind the surface of the winter's apparent silence, a great deal is taking place. During this time, the roots of the plants are getting deeper, the seeds are being prepared for the following season, and the earth is renewing itself. Every season of life, every period of waiting, has a purpose, and there is no time that is wasted. Consider a potter forming clay on a wheel. The potter's hands work softly but forcefully, shaping the clay and directing it into its ultimate shape. There is a bigger purpose behind everything that occurs, and everything happens in its own time. However, the potter does not hurry through the process. Each move is intentional, and each turn of the wheel has a specific function. The clay must be fashioned slowly and meticulously, with patience and attention to detail from the potter. In the same manner, my child, you are being molded. The hands of the divine are molding you, delicately leading you into the person you are intended to become. The final masterpiece emerges not because the potter hurried at the process of shaping it, but because the potter took the time to form it with care. Have faith in the process. Have faith that the waiting you do is a part of the molding you are doing, and have faith that the splendor of your life will be shown at the right moment. Patience is not just the act of waiting for things to change. Rather, it is the act of allowing yourself to change while you are waiting. It is about letting go of the urge to control and submitting to the flow of life. You are given the opportunity to learn how to be quiet, how to trust, and how to develop in strength and character during times when you are doing nothing but waiting. It is not passive resignation that constitutes patience. Rather, it is the conscious decision to remain rooted in reality, to maintain a connection to the divine, and to proceed with trust that is unwavering. As a result, my dearly beloved, I am requesting that you practice patience throughout this period of your life. Keep in mind that whatever it is that you are looking forward to will arrive at the appropriate moment. Have faith that God is involved in things that cannot be seen, and that each and every minute of waiting is a chance for personal development. In the same way that the tree develops slowly over time and the butterfly emerges from its cocoon, you will emerge from this period of waiting stronger, wiser, and more beautiful than you were before. My kid, patience is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it is a sign of strength. It is the ability to persevere in the face of ambiguity, to have faith even when things are not clear, and to keep going ahead in faith again and over again. It is the quiet bravery that keeps you stable amid the storm, and it is the quiet strength that keeps you pushing ahead even when you cannot see the road. Take it in stride. Believe in it. Also keep in mind that while you are waiting, you are developing into the person you were always intended to be. Your path through life will present you with obstacles that you could never have anticipated. When you are confronted with difficulty, struggle, and pain, there will be moments when the weight of the world appears to be too much for you to handle. During these times, you could experience feelings of weakness, helplessness, and uncertainty about how to proceed. On the other hand, I would like to bring to your attention, my child, that you possess an extraordinary power that has been ingrained deep inside your own being. The power that you possess is not something that you have to look for or call upon from the outside. It is already there inside you, and it originates from me, from the trust that I have implanted in your heart. Having the capacity to persevere in the face of adversity, to maintain one's composure in the face of adversities, and to go with faith, even when the path ahead is challenging, is what we mean when we talk of spiritual resilience. It is the ability to endure, to have a firm grip, even when everything seems to be coming apart, and to have faith that I am following you through each and every step of the journey. Resilience is not about never fall down. Rather, it is about getting back up, time and time again, with a heart that refuses to give up. Resilience is not about never falling down. My dearly beloved, I want you to know that you are never alone in the challenges that you are going through. I will be here for you, walking with you and holding you up when you are unable to stand on your own, regardless of how heavy the weight may seem before you. I am the source of your strength, and it is in my presence that you will discover the resiliency that you need in order to confront any difficulty that may come your way. When you are feeling weak, and when you believe that you are unable to continue, you should turn to me. Please put your trust in me, because I am the wellspring of all power. The existence of my presence in your life serves as the anchor that helps you remain rooted in reality, the light that illuminates the path through the darkness, and the solace that calms your spirit. It is important to remember that I am your safe haven and your stronghold whenever the storms of life roar around you. If you look to me, you will discover strength, for I am the strength that will never fail. Being invulnerable or non-sensitive to suffering is not the same thing as being resilient. You should not act as if you are untouched by the difficulties that you are experiencing. Having true resilience is accepting your own fragility, admitting that you are experiencing suffering, and yet choosing to continue to put your faith in me. It is about having the knowledge that the difficulties you are experiencing are not the conclusion of your tale, but rather a component of the larger plan that I have for you. In the same way that a diamond is made under pressure, your strength is honed and grown via the challenging experiences you go through. To my kid, there is strength in the face of hardship. I do not bring you tests in order to destroy you, but rather to strengthen you. In the same way that a blacksmith molds a sword by heating it in the fire and then pounding it against the anvil, hardship also refines and shapes your character in the same way. The challenges that you are confronted with are the flames that are used to develop your resilience. It is through the challenges you face that you really come to understand your genuine power. Take, for example, the account of Job. Job was a guy who had everything he could possibly want: money, health, a robust family, and a firm faith. On the other hand, everything was snatched away from him in an instant. His fortune went, his health deteriorated, and he was unable to provide for his family. He was put through tests that the majority of people could not stand. He was filled with apprehension, grief, and a sense of hopelessness. However, Job never lost his faith in spite of all that he went through. Even though he was unable to comprehend the reason for his suffering, he had faith that I had a purpose for him. And in the end, Job's faith was restored, and he was blessed even more abundantly than he had been in the past. His ability to persevere in the face of adversity is a demonstration of the strength that comes from having unshakable faith in me, even when you are unable to comprehend the factors that are contributing to your difficulties. Fire is the foundation upon which your faith and resilience are formed, my kid. Your character will be developed, and your strength will be displayed while you are going through the most difficult points in your life. You are not at the conclusion of your tale. Rather, the darkness that you are experiencing is the beginning of a new chapter. Your soul will be strengthened, your faith will be increased, and your reliance on me will grow when you are placed in the most difficult of circumstances. Dearly cherished, you are more powerful than you are aware of. I have already put the resilience that you need inside you, so you do not need to look any farther. You have the ability to triumph over any challenge if you follow your faith, trust, and persistence. There is never a time when you are alone yourself, because I am constantly at your side, and I will carry you through every storm. Have faith in the power that I have bestowed upon you, and be aware that whatever of the difficulties you encounter, you possess the ability to triumph, to maintain your resolve, and to triumph over them. It is not yet the end of your narrative. You are undergoing a process that is shaping, refining, and strengthening you.